대한민국 서울시에서 라이브 공연으로 드디어 그가 여러분을 만나러 왔습니다. 신사숙녀 여러분, 짐 가스겐. Thank you, 감사합니다. Thank you so much. Thank you. It is so great to be here in Seoul, in Korea, back where I grew up. It is so good to see familiar faces. I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, but I am not Korean. I'm not even half Asian. I know I'm not Asian because when I go in restaurants, they just bring me a fork. I don't even have to ask for it. They're like, that guy, fork. I've been on tour through Asia for 2 weeks. I went to 9 cities and 6 countries. It's been amazing. And I've loved every moment of it. Even walking around Tiananmen Square and seeing all the Chinese look at me like I was a circus animal. What is that? I too am human. Really? Kind of. I've loved Asia. I wish I was Asian, but I can't get in that kind of shape. I mean, look at me. I don't know how you Asians do it. It doesn't make sense. What if we only ate rice and never gained weight? Let's do that. That probably sounds racist because, well, looking like this, everything sounds racist. Yes. There, it comes with the skin complexion. But I've loved Asia. It's been amazing, and I've made a point of being adventurous and kind of going away from some of the, not, seeing the tourist spots, but also going other places. Like, there's been many moments when I've been exploring around Asia, and I've been like the only white person I would see for like an hour. And then I'd stumble upon and I'd see a white guy and I'd be like, hey. Sometimes, like, if I saw a white guy, I'd kind of like, just to startle them, I'd be like, foreigner. Leave my country. That's cute. That's a cute thing, but I love it. It's just so fun. Like in Taiwan, I had a friend who I went to college with. She was born in Taiwan, so she met me there, and we went on a tour, and we had a tour guide who was from Taiwan, and we went outside of Taipei to like an area that was a former gold mine that was just where Taiwanese people would go. And I was walking along with my friend, and the tour guide was following the 2 Asian women. And eventually, I was following 2 other Asian women. I wish I could say it only happened once, but it happened a couple times, and I couldn't really say anything. I couldn't be like, my friend was like, why do we keep losing you? I couldn't be like, cause you look like everyone here. I had to be like, yeah, I saw, like there's all these kiosks with exactly the same crap. Well, I wanted to go into one and look at their crap. I've loved it. But I've been in Korea for a day, so I've got it figured out. Got it summed up. I've been eating. You guys love to eat, which is like, we on a tour yesterday, and everything we went to and we were eating, the tour guy would be like, this is just a snack. Koreans, we just eat this as a snack. I'm like, I like this country. because it was like maybe 30 places. It's just a snack. I'm like, is this how this guy gets fed? Just on these tours? I had so much kimchi. I love kimchi. I have a complex relationship with kimchi. At night, I'm like, yay, kimchi. In the morning, I'm like, boo, kimchi. I don't like kimchi anymore. Last night I had Korean barbecue, or as you guys call it, barbecue. Uh, Different from American barbecue. Less racism. Uh, but the Korean barbecue, it's also Southern Korean barbecue, very similar to America's Southern barbecue. Probably not a lot of barbecue in North Korea. No meat or fire. Yeah. He said, I can say that joke because I'm North Korean. But I love it. I always try and sample the local food when I visit all these different countries. In Taiwan, I had a tea egg, which is essentially a hard-boiled egg that's cooked in tea. And now that might sound gross, but it was. It was very gross, but it was the best alternative. I was with my friend. She was like, you can either have the tea egg or you can have 1,000-year-old egg. And I was like, well, I can think of like 1,000 reasons not to have the 1,000-year egg. So I started eating the tea egg, a bit in, and the yolk was green. Oh. And it wasn't St. Patrick's Day or anything. And I was like, is this is, because, like some food when it turns green, I don't know, that's concerning. That's when you usually stop. I looked around, everyone was continuing to eat their tea egg, and I was like, you know what, Taiwan, they got good medical here. So I ate it, but I love Taiwan, very complex. Every Asian country, obviously very complex and unique, but like there's mysteries in all of them, right? Like in Taiwan, there are Chinese people, but the country is called the Republic of China, but it's not China. And they get angry there. This isn't China. We're Taiwan, and we're Chinese. You're like, okay, that sounds good. Taiwan, I had a soup dumpling for the first time. Now, when I heard that, they're like, we're going to get soup dumpling. And I'm like, great. And thought there was like soup with dumplings in it. Nope. It's a dumpling with soup in it. Because, I think we're tired with eating soup a normal way. Right? It's like, well, how exhausting was that? Soup dumpling, which I don't know who that's for. It's like, do you like dumplings and also burning your mouth? Because then you're going to love our soup dumpling. I don't even think that was the initial idea. Like I think the person was given a different assignment, and like the boss came back and he was like, I did it, put all the soup in the dumplings. If your dad didn't own this company, well, that's not what I asked for. Okay, then you're not gonna like the cottage cheese and the water balloon either. No, I don't think so. Right, somebody, probably the most disgusting food item I've tried in Asia is the stinky tofu, which is sure, it's not for everyone. It's like you have to really like tofu and enjoy the smell of a public restroom. First of all, calling it stinky tofu is like probably the biggest undersell I've ever seen. That's not stinky. That is like that. It's not stinky. Doesn't make you gag. It looks, I don't know. And they're like, it's like fried tofu. I'm like, fried in what? Diarrhea? I don't. Jim, that's disgusting. That is truly disgusting. But it's fun seeing the different cultures, the different reactions to things. Yeah, did a show in Japan. I know Koreans. You guys are good friends with Japan. Um, Japan is interesting because they're very polite and they're very organized and efficient. But I feel like a lot of that Japanese culture is just constructed so that they don't have to really interact with white people. Like so much of their culture, it's like even like paying with a credit card. They're like, put in the tray. I don't want to accidentally touch your white skin. Yeah. You know what? Just put it down there, you ape or whatever you are. Getting a taxi in Japan, we'll open the door. All right. You don't have to put your grimy barbarian hand on my car. Just, I'll open it, get in, try not to breathe. All right. Even the taxi drivers in Tokyo are wearing gloves. They're like, you never know when a Westerner is going to reach over and want to shake hands. You gotta be careful. Japanese, very efficient. Sometimes that efficiency in Japan goes away. Like it goes too far. Like the Japanese, not a lot of soup variety in Japan. The soup variety, you can either have miso soup or no soup. That's like, here, you want some miso soup? Do you have any other soup? We got a larger bowl of miso soup. That is just a commitment to miso soup. I love how it's delivered to the table. It's like covered with another bowl, like, yeah. And then it's like it's a big reveal. Like, you're not gonna believe what's in. What soup this is. It's the only soup we have, mate. Miso soup. Miso. Curious why there's only one soup. Yeah. There's some unifying things that I've observed about all Asian countries I've been to. Like, for instance, any item is appropriate for breakfast in Asia. It's like, good morning. You know what's for breakfast? Anything you ate last night? It's all on the table. Rice, pancakes, popcorn, lollipops, whatever you want. It's all for breakfast. But that's, it's fascinating. Still getting used to beans are a dessert item. Kind of new to that. Like, here's a bun. You can get a dessert bun. You can get one filled with chocolate or one with beans. Who's picking beans? It's right. It's like, did you run out of chocolate? It's like, so this one's all chocolate. We're out of chocolate. So we fill it with beans. Will people be angry? And of course the beans are delicious. It is delicious. Here in Seoul, I got the pancake kind of bun that's shaped like the poop emoji. That's some Korean technology there. And the poop emoji, and it's filled with chocolate or beans. Again, like the poop emoji, pancake filled with beans, so many layers of no. Right? It's like, yeah, okay, I guess I'll go for the poop emoji. It's filled with beans, because I just never want to have a girlfriend. I don't know. What is going on? Are you wearing a diaper? What is? Still getting used to the Asian concept of space. It's a little different. Like if I'm standing here in Asia, everyone's standing like, hey, how you doing? Did we date before? Or, can you put on a condom? I don't even let my wife stand this close. There's an apparent shortage of napkins in all of Asia. There is. It's just a cultural difference. You ask for napkins in Asia, and they're like so suspicious. They're like, It's like you ask for their PIN code to their credit card or something. What do you need them for? I don't know, wipe my mouth. But that's just the Asians are better at eating. You know, Westerners were just like, oh, shoot, missed my mouth again. Whereas Asians are like, I could do it with 2 sticks better than you. You guys have a fork and you miss still. Still some debate whether a napkin is a tissue in Asia too, right? Have you noticed that? You like sit down at a restaurant, they give you a box of tissues. I'm like, I don't know, I don't have a cold. I was in Beijing, sat down at a restaurant and I looked to the right, there was a roll of toilet paper. How bad is the food here? Yeah, you know, you're gonna need this. You're gonna eat right here at the table. Um, Ironically, went in the bathroom, no toilet paper. See. All right. Different Asian cultures, different strengths, right? You know, Korean and Thailand, amazing food. Japanese toilet, masterpiece. Masterpiece. I don't know if I need the heated seat. You know, I don't, it's comfortable feeling like your butt has the flu. I don't know. That's not for me. Japanese toilet, masterpiece. Chinese toilet, not there yet. Some places not there at all. Like there's doing things differently and then just going, we're not going to have a toilet. Or we're going to go no toilet. Sometimes there's a urinal, but not a toilet. You're like, what, didn't it show up or something? We're still waiting on those toilets. Just open up. I did a show in Beijing. The day of the show, got an email. They're like, hey, just wanted to give you a heads up. There's no toilet at the venue. And I was like, well, is this an outdoor show? And it was a beautiful theater. It was like, this theater is beautiful theater, no toilet. Felt like a design flaw. Like the architect, they're like, hey, before you open up the theater, I forgot. Oh, shoot. I know I forgot something. They were very polite at the venue. They're like, if you really have to go, there's a hospital nearby. Talk about an emergency room. That's weird. You know, the squat toilet. That's what it's called, squat toilet, which is like no toilet. It's like even calling it a toilet is dishonest. It's just a hole, right? That's where my adventurous, I love cultures stops. Like the stops. Like the whole toilet, I'm like, I'm out, you know what I mean? You know what? And that was like in Beijing, I was like, you know what? I'll wait till I get to Hong Kong. Yeah. I'm just gonna, first of all, I don't know if I can physically do that. I don't know if I can do that, and I can't do that name, that's for sure. You know what I mean? It was just like, it was too much. And then, but I've encountered that in other travels in Istanbul. I encountered the whole toilet, and by whole, I don't mean an entire toilet, I mean like a hole. And in Istanbul, there was the hole, and then there were 2 huge footprints. I don't know why the footprints were there, maybe to stop people from fishing. I don't know. Ed, like, I don't know why the footprints were there. You're like, oh, wow, this is where Bigfoot went poop. I don't know. It was very confusing. But I'd been to Beijing before. The last time I was in Beijing, there was a smog alert. So everyone was wearing the masks. You know, I was around a lot of surgeons here. And, there was the mass, you'll see masks for different reasons, like in different countries, like in China, they wear the mask because there's all the pollution. In Korea, they wear the mask because of the Chinese pollution. And in Japan, they wear the mask because they're crazy. But like, there was no smog alert this time, but last time I was there was a smog alert, and everyone at Beijing was very nice. They're like, sorry about the weather. And I'm like, I don't think it's the weather. I don't think the weather is turning the sun purple. I'm just going to go out on a limb there. so many different countries have palaces. I went to the palace here in Seoul. It was beautiful. There's different types of palaces, like there's a bunch of them in Thailand. There's a lot of palaces. In China, though, Beijing, that's like the ultimate palace because it's the forbidden city. It's like that emperor was like, you know what? How about a palace and a city? Like, that's like, how do you justify that? Like, I love my subjects, but I gotta need my own city. Something where people can't go in there. So I went to the Forbidden City, and then I went across town to the Summer Palace. After the Forbidden City, how do you justify the Summer Palace? Was the emperor like, this Forbidden City's cool, but what about summer? And they're like, but you have the whole city. We could do something. Yeah, but summer. They're like, well, would you want us to? I guess we could build you another path if you want to. And if you're up for it. Yeah, well, would you want it on the coast or something? And he's like, no, it's just there. Just put it over there where I could walk to it. I'd prefer to walk to my palace. Did a show in Bangkok, went to Thailand. That was amazing. Thailand, fascinating. Got to see a 5-year-old riding a motorcycle. Thailand, the food, amazing. Like, amazing. Such variety and so many different types of amazing dishes. But after like a day or two, I was like, hey, how about one last peanut sauce and some infrastructure? How about that? How about we just throw up a couple traffic lights? You know what I mean? Think of it as the pad thai of transportation. Oh. Did a show in Singapore. Gum's illegal there. Gum's illegal in Singapore. Finally, someone taking a stance on that dangerous gum. Gum illegal. No, can't do it. Gum, money laundering, tax evasion. It's okay. As long as you're not showing gum, you aren't gonna chew gum and steal money from poor people, are you? Singapore, of course, 3 unique, different types of people together. There's the Malay, there's the Indian, and there's the Chinese people with all the money. And they're all combined together with a common goal of pretending to understand English. It was interesting because, I don't expect anyone in Asia to speak English or understand English. But if you don't speak English, you don't have to act like you do. There's different approaches. Like in Singapore, they would nod like they completely understood what you were saying, and then they would just walk away. But Korea, a different experience, right? In Korea, people they'd act like it was a stupid question. So I don't have time for this. I'm like, but you're our tour guide, I don't know. In Japan, people would answer they give an answer to a different question. You'd be like, what time do you open? They'd be like 3 blocks. And I'm so dumb. I'm like, is that the answer? Remember, did I ask a different question? Am I still jet lagged? What's going on? Love performing in Asia. Didn't do a show in Mongolia. That's a disappointment. Those Mongolians, they really slacked off, right? Such a force for like thousands of years. It's such a threat. Those Mongolians are coming. The Mongolians are coming. Build a wall. The Mongolians are coming. Now they're like, we like horses. I like to ride horses. Such a cultural shift. Genghis Khan is coming. He's gonna conquer the world. Now they're like, I want to open a buffet. That's what I'm into. Such a different generation. doing shows, a lot of audience members, expats in these Asian countries, and expats, I want to thank them for coming out. And of course, I didn't know this. Expat is short for weirdo, who was kicked out of their normal country for criminal activities, and couldn't go to Singapore because they chew gum. All right, thank you so much. Thank you, Korea. I've had so much fun here. I really appreciate you coming out. Thank you so much. Wow, that was amazing. I feel like we really connected. I think you're ready to move the relationship to subscribe. If the button wasn't down there, subscribe. Just do it. That's one thing that's truly universal. We all love dessert. Yeah. You ever notice when you go out to dinner, there's always someone that wants to share dessert? Hey, you want to share dessert? Let's share dessert. Just get your own damn dessert. Oh, I just want to buy just to buy. And then dessert comes and they turn into a vacuum. Apparently it was a bite from a shovel. Yeah, I have a bit of a sweet tooth. No, you're a pig. But so am I. Takes one to know one. I do love our excuses. You know, I have a sweet tooth. Oh, so you're ordering it for your tooth. That's interesting. Because it's gone straight to your ass. I think your ass owes your tooth an explanation. I mean, no one's ever really needed dessert. Who's the first guy who was like, that was a good meal we just had. I'm full. You full? Yeah, you want to eat a cake? Let's eat a cake. Let's eat till we throw up. Just keep going and going. We have dessert because it's special. It's always special dessert. Love when you go on a truck stop or a diner and always have dessert in that rotating glass jewel case. Like it's some artifact or something. How's that supposed to work? You know, yeah, I don't feel like dessert. But when I see pudding at that angle, I gotta get me some. My favorite dessert is cake. Yeah. Cake's a true symbol of gluttony, though. If you eat a whole pizza, people are like, wow, you were hungry. But if you eat a whole cake, people are like, you got a problem. Addicted to cake. It's not like drinking. You never hear someone brag, yeah, last night I had 4 pieces of cake. Why are you telling us? Just want you to know I partied. Why don't you get away from me? Because everyone knows cake's bad for us. Sometimes you're trying to disguise the fact we're eating cake. It's breakfast, I can't have cake. I'll have a muffin. You know the difference between a cake and a muffin? Nothing. A muffin is a bald cupcake. And we know it. Have you seen the mini muffins? How much denial are we in when we're eating mini muffins? Oh, I'm just gonna have like 1 or 12. So small they don't really count. They're like muffin vitamins. When I eat them, I feel like an astronaut. That's why I have them for breakfast. Can't have cake for breakfast unless it's a pancake. How'd that slide through? Young man, you're not having cake for breakfast. You're having fried cake with syrup for breakfast. And load up on that and try not to nap. Pancakes definitely make you lower your expectations. You're like, well, looks like I'm not showering today. I'm gonna be digesting those curb cakes for hours. That was a bad idea. This guy talks a lot about cake. Cake's a powerful food. Cake can actually bring people together. It's Bill's birthday. Yeah, I hate that gas. It's cake in the conference room. Well, I should say hello. See how he's doing. I mean, admit it, when you hear the song Happy Birthday, all you're thinking is, hey, I'm getting some free cake. During the song, you're just wondering what kind it is. Hope it's chocolate for me. We're all bashful, though, when we're offered a piece, aren't we? We're always like, what? Well, I guess I'll try it out. What's this called? Cake? Yeah, I've never had cake before. If he does another cake joke, I'm gonna kill him. Okay, let's talk about something besides cake. Pie. That's like liquid cake, isn't it? Pie can't compete with cake. They're like, put candles in the cake, it's a birthday cake. Put candles in a pie, someone's drunk in the kitchen. Go check on grandma. Pie can't compete. You never hear about a hot chick jumping out of a pie. It's too messy. I'm here. Go take a shower. Cake. So many types of cake, too. There's rum cake, which makes sense, because we've all been eating cake and thought, this needs booze. Shot of liquor. I don't have time to eat and drink. I only got two hands, buddy, and one of them's holding a cigarette. Hand me halfway, will you? There's funnel cake, which is essentially a giant French fry covered in sugar. They're serving that at the IHOP now. It's a weird name for that place. I've never left there feeling like hopping. Should be called I Barely Move. And I need a wheelchair. Hey, buddy, I like the IHOP. If you don't like it, you don't have to go there. I think the most disappointing cake has to be fruit cake. You think that would be better? It doesn't add up. Fruit, good. Cake, great. Fruit cake, nasty crap. Have you tried fruit cake? I don't even think that's fruit in there. You're like, what is that, a Skittle? Somewhere's a seed here. What is this, a treasure map? What is the recipe of fruit cake? Anything but fruit. It's like the baker was just clearing off the counter, polished crap, and nobody eats this stuff. They just mail it to relatives. That'd be so true. Oh, that was fun. You know what? I'd love to have more fun times with you. And you know how we can do that? Is if you hit subscribe, or if you let me move in with you. I have constant diarrhea. Why don't you just hit subscribe? I went camping recently for this next joke, and I married a woman who loves the camp, and I am what you would call indoorsy. I'm surprised we can still get people at camp. Hey, why to burn a couple of vacation days sleeping on the ground outside? No. What if I told you to get the crap standing up in the woods? I still wouldn't want to go. You'll wake up freezing, covered in a rash. All right, I'll go. My wife always brings up camping's a tradition in my family. Hey, it was a tradition in everyone's family till we came up with the house. My parents never took me camping. You know why? 'Cause they loved me. It'll get you closer to nature. I want to keep the relationship professional. If it's so great outside, why are all the bugs trying to get in my house? Some places you have to pay to camp. You have to pay to sleep outside. That's gotta be insulting to the homeless people. How much does this cost you? I live out here. That must be really expensive. Occasionally at the campsite, you'll see the Winnebago. That's kind of cheating, isn't it? Oh, that's what I forgot. My house. There's always that one couple at every campsite that's been camping for way too long. They have the folding chairs, the Christmas lights in July. We'd love to have you for dinner. I'm sure you would. Now, how do I get a padlock on my tent so we're not eaten by Mon Pa Dahmer? Happy camper. Has anyone ever really been a happy camper? Because whenever we use that term, we're being sarcastic. He is not a happy camper. Why don't we just call him a camper? He's miserable. You know the happy camper, the guy leaving the campsite. He's the happiest camper. He gets to take a shower. He ruined camping for me. To be fair, it is beautiful during the day, but at night you're always like, we're all gonna die. There's monsters out there. I see their eyes. I probably wouldn't be so scared if I wasn't sleeping in a bag. Hey, let's pre-package ourselves for the serial killer, huh? I can't get away, can you? I could hop for a little, but I'm dead meat. You ever have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night? It was like your friends. Nice knowing you. Anyone allowed to come and get killed with me, or you want to get killed looking for me? We're all dead. It's not just serial killers. There's bears out there. Last time I went, I got this pamphlet that said if a bear approaches, you're supposed to play dead. Really? We're gonna rely on my acting skills? Play dead? Who came up with that? Maybe the bears? Play dead, cover yourself in honey, climb on a large white plate. Don't try to run away from us. I mean the bears. How does that even work? There's a bear. I hope the bear thinks we die standing up. As if bears have some ethical code. I don't mess with dead bodies. I'm a bear, not an animal. That was the worst impression of a bear ever. Play dead. I'm not saying that strategy didn't work once, but when they find a body that's been mauled by a bear, how do they know that guy wasn't playing dead? Maybe he was the best at it. The bear was like, great performance, but I'm starving. And he looks like a burrito. Why are we even camping where there's wild animals? That wouldn't be a selling point for anything else. Oh, it's a beautiful golf course. Plus around the ninth hole, there's a pack of wolves. They start running at you, just play through. The only thing I like to do outside is lie in a hammock. That's all about doing nothing. It's hard to do anything once you get in a hammock because you can't get out. It's like a giant net for catching lazy people. Can't even drink in this. All you can do is relax, You never see someone crying in a hammock. My life is, this is delightful. You ever get in a hammock with someone else? You better be dating them. As it looks like you're trying to start a family. I got in a hammock with my cousin. He still won't talk to me. He made the hammock a dirty thing. Oh, that was fun. You know what? I'd love to have more fun times with you. And you know how we can do that? Is if you hit subscribe, or if you let me move in with you. I have constant diarrhea. Why don't you just hit subscribe? I wish I liked fish. I wish I was a person in the restaurant so, I don't get to go out to dinner that often, but instead of getting a delicious steak, I'll get the fish because I like disgusting food. Because fish is disgusting. How bored are you with eating if you're ordering the fish? Just bring me something gross. I like to waste money. Who's the first person to walk into a harbor and go, hey, whatever reeks in here, let's eat that? Fish don't even like fish. That's why they're always frowning. They're like, what's that smell? Oh, it's me. I'm a fish. What's the best compliment you can give fish is to say that it's not fishy. Isn't fish supposed to be fishy? Get the hamburger, it's not burgering. Fishy is an indication something's wrong. Something fishy going on here. Everything's burgering. I'm Catholic. Every Friday during Lent we eat fish, which is supposed to symbolize the suffering of Jesus on the cross. Plot. Which means at one point someone was like, how should we honor the sacrifice of Jesus? And the other guy's like, well, we could fast, we could starve ourselves. No, that's too easy. What if we ate fish? The other guy was like, I'd rather be crucified. It's a true story, it's in the Bible. Fish, some cultures they eat fish for breakfast. Good morning, here's some fish. It matches your breath. I'm not even hungry in the morning, granted because I ate a couple hours earlier. The fish. I was in Iceland, went down to breakfast. At the beginning of the buffet, there was a bottle of fish oil and 12 shot glasses. They're drinking fish for breakfast. I don't know when you're supposed to drink fish, but maybe not when you wake up. You have the orange jizz, the grapefruit jizz, or the fish jizz. The best news that ever happened to grapefruit juice. Finally, I'm not the worst thing on the planet. Fish. I was in Israel. Israel went down to breakfast. The entire breakfast buffet in Israel was fish, different types of disgusting fish. And I know it's always comforting when a pale blonde guy is criticizing Israel. This is gonna go well. Grab your iPhone. It's this look. It's not easy looking like Hitler's wet dream. This is not a good look. This is not the look you want for the tour of the Holocaust Museum. I've been to the Holocaust Museum in DC. I think everyone should go. I just suggest you don't look like me. I was walking around, people like, he did it. That's the guy from the photo. He's not an Argentine, he's right hip. Actually, I'm too pale for Hitler, right? Hitler been like, I said Aryan, not snowman. I mean, meet me halfway, people. By the way, that's how Hitler sounded. I'm Hitler, baby, the Hitler man king. I'm a very pale white guy. You know, I've yet to be the victim of any type of discrimination. I have been the victim of someone assuming I'd enjoy a racist joke. Have you ever had that? You're like, oh, why would you think I'd want to hear that? Hey, he looks like he'd enjoy a little hatred. Maybe this bigotry will brighten his day. If anyone would have a problem with people with pigmentation, be the pale fella. But I know what I look like. I'm not saying I don't forget. You ever forget what you look like and then you walk in front of a mirror and you're like, oh no. When did that happen? It's during the day you're like, I'm Brad Pitt, I'm John Goodman. What's wrong with John Goodman? Wow. That was amazing. I feel like we really connected. I think you're ready to move the relationship to subscribe. If the button wasn't down there, subscribe. Just do it. Do it. I spend too much time in hotels, I do, yeah. Sometimes at night I find myself thinking of the hundreds and hundreds of interesting people that have stayed in my room, and then I'll just get up and sleep in the tub. Because that's nasty. You couldn't give away or use mattress, but we'll pay $100 to sleep on one for a night. Thanks, Priceline. Yeah, let me slip on this robe someone else wore 12 hours ago. Ah, luxury. The amount of denial we embrace when we stay in a hotel is staggering. If you knew a stranger used your bath towel at home once, you'd be like, burn it and bear it to the backyard. But we get in a hotel and we're like, sure, the business guy before me only dried his elbow with this towel. We change, entitlement would become lazy. You see that around that mini bar, right? You're like, $8 for a Coke. Now it's either this or walk down the whole of the vending machine. It's got time for that, I'm naked. I'm always naked in my hotel room. Hey, it's not my couch. There is always that realization, maybe I'm not the first person to do that. Is you're never the first person to do anything in a hotel room. The 10 Commandments were based on what's already happened in your hotel room. That's why there's a Bible in there for references. Look, how that happened too? Oh no. I'm sleeping in the tub for sure. We change in hotels. We all kind of turn into kleptos when we're like, what can I take in here? Turn to make some money back. Looks like I don't have to buy shampoo for like a day. Ka-ching. The only toiletry I don't take is the shower cab, because I'm one of those weird people who likes clean hair. I've never even met anyone who's used a shower cab, because they all died 80 years ago. If you are the oddball who's going to use a shower cap, you probably brought your own. And a few extra for the rest of the Golden Girls. Some hotels treat you like a klepto. You go in the closet, they have those hangers with 2 parts of the tiny baby head so you don't steal them. But really, hotel, you don't trust me with the real hangers. Well, just for that, I'm going to steal the whole damn closet. Let's see how this room works sans closet. This is how I would carry your closet. That's not how you carry your closet. It's the worst closet carrying I've ever seen. There's always that plastic bag for the hotel laundry service. I did that once. It would have been cheaper to have my credit card stolen. $10 to wash a pair of underwear that cost $3. Would you clean it with champagne? I do love that wake-up call, right? How'd that start with someone? Yeah, my money's die here. Starting to need someone to wake me up. By the way, no one tucked me in yet. Go for a stroll. You got Goodnight Moon down there. How about Harry the Dirty Dog? Let's go on. I seem to say in a lot of hotels that have the indoor swimming pool, you can always tell a hotel has an indoor pool because their lobby will smell like a bucket of bleach. Do you guys have an indoor pool, or did someone just clean up a murder scene? Because my eyes are bleeding, and Asia hit the indoor pool. That's always relaxing, right? Until anyone else shows up. Because then you're just in a gigantic tub, essentially in your underwear with some stranger lurking there. The polite thing to do is ignore the other person, because there's nothing you can say at that point that doesn't sound creepy. You can't be like, hey, hop in. What room are you staying at? I didn't shower before I got in here. Kind of count this as a bath. Sometimes they have lounge chairs. Who's lounging around an indoor pool? After this chemical bath, what do you say we grab some fluorescent light? Breathe in some poisonous fumes, towel off with a dish rag. Think about it. Maybe I'll buy you a drink from the vending machine. You want to have $8 and quarters on you, do you? Whatever a stranger's doing in the hotel pool is immediately annoying, right? Like that guy that swims laps, and you're always like, settle down, Spazzo. You're at the Ramada, not the Olympics. And if you're a guy over the age of 30 by yourself in the hotel pool, you automatically look like a murderer. But just relaxing after he strangled a family. Yeah, that dad was a tough one to kill. What room are you staying in? You ever been in the hotel pool and there's a couple in there making out? It's always charming in romantic comedies when a couple kisses in public, but when you're sharing the same water, it's icky. You're like, don't mind me. This isn't awkward. What room are you staying at? Of course, no one loves the hotel pool more than kids, Whenever I see a little kid in the hotel pool, I just think, I am swimming in a toilet. It's the first time a kid can multitask. I can play and pee. This is amazing. What room are you staying at? I just love the characters you see in a hotel pool. Occasionally it'd be like a sweet old lady, someone's great-grandpa, 90 years old, paddling around. I haven't been in a pool since the 30s. Why do old ladies always swim like this? If my hair gets wet, I'll melt. Good thing I brought my shower cap. I made this suit out of curtains upstairs. What room am I staying in? Speaking of swimming pools, my brother has an above-ground swimming pool. As if you didn't think I was white trash already. You don't really swim in an above-ground pool. You just kind of wade around with a beer. It's just like a regular pool, but not relaxing or fun. I guess I'll head to the deep end / middle. There is no graceful way to get in an above-ground pool. You always look like you're sneaking into a giant cup of tea. I hope the Mad Hatter's not in here. But I love those above-ground pools. It always looks like the owner couldn't make the commitment. And I like to swim, but I also want to destroy the value of my house. I need something to go in between the abandoned car and the refrigerator without a door. What to do? I've been trying to swim a lot, you know. You always hear swimming's the best exercise, but have you seen how fat whales are? The whales, they're like swimming all the time. It's not working, whales. Not working. Wow, you look good. But you know what would make you look even better? Hitting the subscribe button. If it's there, just hit it.